What up, mother flickers? We out here at Mylar today, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Pretty easy little 9-hole putt and approach course again. We're gonna play with our actual bag, kind of see where it gets us. Hole one, we're just gonna start getting into the swing of things automatically. We got a 273-foot par three. You can kind of see it at the crest of the trees over there, right over the hill. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a mid, maybe a fairway, and see what we get. Do-do-do-do. You know what? We're actually gonna disc up a little bit. Not the greatest idea, but with the hyzer play, I'm going to try and just swing it wide over the tree and let it just crash towards the pin. I think that might be our best play. Normally, I take a forehand, chip it across, get down there, little backhand mid, try and flex it out. Today, we're just going huge spike. See where we land. All right, so I hit the tree, rolled down right behind it, kind of shitty. We're going to move on, kind of see where it takes us. Mylar is actually the first course that I ever started playing at way back in probably 2012, 2013. I was just a teenager, man. It was a real fun experience. I had no clue what I was doing. My buddy Clay brought me out. We used to play a lot of Ultimate. And one day he says, "You know what? Let's just go try this golf thing." I said, this can't be as fun as Ultimate. I mean, that's all we did back in the day, and it was a blast. So I went, ended up falling in love, and completely forgot about Ultimate, to be honest. I just started picking up golf, and here we are. It's been life changing. Finishing up hole one, kind of walking up. We'll see where we lie. Not a terrible spot. I'm trying to get a good putt angle in here. So you guys can kind of see everything. And I did make the correction. I brought my actual putting putters with me today, so it should help out a little bit. What the hell? I thought that was tomorrow. Oh, try and swing out a little bit, try and gut through this branch. I got a nice blocked off view. Kind of want to try and hit the two. Oh, that was terrible. Well, you win some, you lose some. That's kind of what I was hoping for, just skin it right through. But par to start off isn't always bad. Just got to keep the even game. That's all we got to focus on. Had to talk to the homies a little bit, our local league, give them a little bit of shit. They're all out here having a little handicap league night. I got off work late, so I couldn't make it. Turns out they're doing standstills only. So we'll see how that turns out for most of the guys. A lot of people can throw pretty far, pretty well. A lot of people hit their lines, and it always just surprises everyone how everyone finishes. Coming up on hole two, we got a nice little 170-foot par three. I don't know if you can see it. It's usually tucked behind the tree. Maybe you can't. They might have moved it deep again, it seems. Or we have a dog leg into that tree over there. I am not fully sure. We're just going to throw blind and hopefully take another par. See if you guys can see what I'm working with here. I'm going to go Raptor on a forehand. I don't see it behind that tree, and that's typically where it is. So I'm assuming it's dog leg right behind this bend. Like I said, kind of just going to throw a wide forehand hyzer at it, let it crash in, hopefully in the middle of the fairway. I'll give myself a par look at either the left side or right side, depending on where the basket is. And that's really all we're hoping for. And that's nice. Gonna be a little deep, but that's okay, because what we're playing for is par here. I don't know where the basket is. Oh, we got the motion tracker on me now. It's starting to finally follow, so that's cool. You guys are finally gonna see everything. I might have to fix it because it'll start moving towards me, following me the entire time, and I don't really want that. I kind of want to show you guys shots and where the pin is. So hopefully we get that dialed in a little bit. This is obviously only my second video. I'm having a nice time. It's a little tough transition, trying to figure out all the settings, make sure everything's good. Can't really complain. All right, so it looks like we're shooting on the right side. I don't know if you can see, it keeps moving towards me, but pin is actually going to be right over here. And this isn't a bad look. I'm gonna go ahead and just set up shop right here so you guys can kind of see everything I'm doing, working on. I don't like that. We want to turn that tracking off. All right, so that's a little bit better. Basket is right there, tucked behind the tree. Got another bird look. Didn't bring a mini, so I'm gonna use my pouches, you know, hipster ways, I guess. Terrible look at it. Gonna try a little bit of a patent pending. Nice little Anheuser putt. Just get towards the pin, tap in for par. Perfect. Couldn't have executed it any better. I'm not trying to put it in the pin, obviously. Clean games are always beneficial. Way better than trying to get aggressive and you start missing shots that way. So what I've learned and told myself is just get to the pin. Nice little tap in par. Whoa, tripod got a little crazy. You guys are gonna start seeing some crazy movements. I'm trying to angle this so my camera don't fall again. Last night I noticed that it was kind of going. Kind of looks like it's already about to start. What more can you ask for? I mean, even through 2 holes, it's a nice little course. This one is a little bit different from South. Gives you a variety of shot shapes for real instead of just a wide open hyzer on everything. And I like that. I mean, coming up on hole 3, we're gonna have a huge dog leg right. Gives you the big Anheuser play or a huge forehand spike hyzer. You can get aggressive and shoot the gap, but typically with local leagues, we play the Creekside OB. So there's things to watch for, depending on the wind, depending on what you're throwing, what's going on. I mean, you can potentially get down there for sure. I've thrown a couple forehands getting aggressive and end up close to pin, but I think our goal is to just stay safe, stay even. So we're gonna play the big Anheuser shot and see where that ends up. I like this view because hopefully I get you guys to see form. I'm gonna set that up right there. Kind of move it right here. That way you can get a good view. And typically what I would do if I'm down a couple strokes and I'm trying to really start making a move on the card, I'm going to throw a forehand flexed out this way, let it ride all the way down towards the tree line and hopefully give myself a good look. Today we're not doing that. I'm going to play a huge Anheuser with a backhand. I've felt a little comfortable doing it the past couple times and it just feels right. So I'm going to go with the mantra here from Thought Space and see where we end up. Again, par is all we're looking for. We're not chasing any birds today. There's a few easy grabs, but for the most part, we're playing safe. Well, that's gonna stall. Not bad. We're on the hill. Gives us a good look. We'll go ahead and see where we are on that one. And again, I'm talking to you guys as if you're a chat. I'm going through video settings, so this is going to be a little awkward at times. You're going to hear me just start mumbling, probably the same shit over and over. But you know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I got 2 lip pillows in right now. I'm about to crack me a cold one, give myself a little refresher, and hopefully we just stay on pace to stay even. We had a good drive. I clearly see myself on top of the hill over here. If you guys can kind of see where I'm looking at here. And I'll tell you what, I am pro kart. Definitely pro kart. Gives you a lot less strain on the back. Kind of just make things simple, simple and easy. You don't want to lug around a 30-pound bag all damn day. Just like those guys. You can kind of see them. We got Brock, Bree, we have John, and we have Justin. Local league players, they're pretty fucking cool if you ask me. I card with them quite often. And Brock is actually our local disc dyer, and man, does he do good work. So if you guys ever want anything, go ahead and hit him up. I'll drop his links here soon. I want to stop this so we don't. All right, we're gonna have to back up a little bit so you can at least see the disc where I'm throwing from. Come on. Technical difficulty, guys. Just go ahead and bear with me here. There we go. Hopefully, stand. There we go. That's better. It's more like it. Maybe not. Want a good spot to put this. Kind of leaning backwards, so I'm gonna angle my cart. All right. And I pulled this disc out yesterday, but it's just too nice, so I'm gonna obviously keep throwing it. We got the Luna here. Probably sitting at about, I wouldn't even know what to say. Probably about 120 feet. Just lay up for par. Little deep. Hopefully that's an easy putt. Now, Mylar is a pretty cool course. I mean, obviously we have nicknames for a lot of different shit. Hole 7 is the infamous ace hole. Everyone likes to try and run that. We call hole 4 and 5 the ones we're coming up to Cactusville, because no matter where you go, you're going to be walking in cactus. So here we go, coming up to the next shot. Should be tap in, but again, I'm on camera. Got to kind of show you guys. Get a little wide, straddle, and we're in like Finn, playing violin with my buddy Finn. All right. So that's what we like to see. We are even through 3 still. Would like to find a couple birds, but the main goal is shooting even. All right, coming up on the next hole here. Hole 5, or hole 4, I mean, I'm sorry. We got a big over the hill shot, 420 feet to the pin. 420. I like to just bomb a forehand. And last night's video, I told you guys that I couldn't really do it, so I'm gonna do it today. See how far I get down there. Really overstable disc and flex it out. Hopefully, get over the hill. Hey, don't call me out like that. I'm not here for that. I'm by myself. Oh yeah. Later, guys. some more local league people. Trevor Johnson, he's probably one of the best throwers we have in town. Crazy good. No matter what he does, he's just lacing lines, taking birds. We have the league commissioner, I guess you could call him, or really just the head honcho, uh, Kevin. He's a great guy. He puts on league every week, sponsors local tournaments. He does everything he possibly can for this community, and I'll tell you what, it's a great time. The other one with him is his son. Having a hard time remembering his name, so forgive me on that. I didn't know that they had handicap leagues out here tonight, or else I probably would have chose a different course. But that's okay because everyone knows me. I'm known in our community. Can't really complain. So we did it. Made it to the top of the hill. That's all we can really ask for. Gonna try and pitch up, take another par. Oh, I turned. Okay, I don't like this. Stop. Okay. Ah, dang it. Okay. Hopefully it just locks onto that. God, I'm gonna have to figure this camera setting out quick. But here we go. Again, nice little pop of hyzer and just nice. Staying even. That's all we can ask for, all we can hope for at this point. Oh, you see that? Now it's starting to track something else. I'm gonna have to like twist this thing. Or it's starting to track me again. Either way, I mean, we're here, still going strong. I don't know what's going on with this tripod. It likes to do its own thing. Find our disc here. Nice tap in for par again. Cannot complain. You clearly see where the disc is. And we're just going to keep this pace, keep going steady, keep moving, keep going. Tap ins are always nice. I tell people all the time, just get the tap in. Don't focus on being aggressive. Moving on to the next hole, we got hole 5 coming up. Now it's starting to take me out of frame. Hole 5 coming up. It's over the hill. Ideal aiming spot. Ideal aiming spot that we're going to go for are those trees right over there. We have the guard over on the hill. That's their base. So we're going to aim for that post or tower and just let it fade towards pin. I think it's still in long position. So again, I'm going to take that onyx and just kind of really try and fight it over. Let it depend off that hyzer. Nice. That's the flex shot that I'm talking about. Push pretty far down the hill. And it wants to find me. So I don't know what's going on. Nice little 360 area. I wonder what this pause button does. Wasn't doing anything. All right, guys. So we just got the green light to go ahead and throw. Sorry for the little delay and wait. They managed to find their disc. They got it. They got safe. They found everything, pitched out. They're on to the next hole. Like I was telling you a little bit ago, right now on hole 6, we have a 279-foot straight shot with the little dog leg tucked into the bush way down there at the crest of the hill. I like to throw a driver, maybe a fairway, depending on how my arm is feeling that day, and just swing it wide at this pine tree right here. Probably not a pine, don't correct me. I'm not a I'm not a nature guy like that. So, anyways, goal is to let it skip off of the clean little low cut grass towards the pin and pitch up for bird. We want to play a clean game, so I'm not terribly mad if we finish with a par. What I'm really focused on is showing you guys technique, lines, trying to just dissect a course so that you can always come out and finish even or better. So I think for this, what I'm going to do, normally I would go fairway, especially in a competition. I'm going to go with the driver, Halo Destroyer right here, because it's very reliable, very dependable, always finishes left on a backhand, always finishes right on a forehand. And what I'm going to do is just push it a little right and hopefully get that play that I was talking about, skip off of the ground towards the pin and just seal the deal. So that was a little too cut right. I'm in the rough, but again, all we're playing for is par. So we just need to pitch up and we will be golden. I wish that my motion tracker would follow the flight of the frisbee so that you guys could see what a disc does. Again, I got to focus on more stuff, figure out what I'm doing settings wise. These are all just, I wouldn't say fuck arounds, I wouldn't say practice, but it's a fuck around practice. I want to make sure that I can figure everything out, dial it in, and give you guys the best content possible, really. But all in all, still not a bad shot. We're moving, we're cruising. This is all the OB. You land in the water, it kind of gets a little muddy. You're looking for a disc for a minute. Luckily, not sponsored by Vessi. You can clearly see, got a little bit of I don't know what the hell these things are called. But Vessis are probably some of the best shoes I've ever bought in my life, and I can honestly say that. 100% waterproof, made for disc golf. I mean, it's just incredible traction, mind you. I go through shoes like no other. They call me Mr. Toe Drag Swag. I'm notorious for ripping holes in shoes, and I have yet to do that with a pair of Vessis, which is incredible. So here you guys can see, landed at on top of the hill a little bit, but that's not a bad shot. We're in range for a step putt to try and make it, so I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. We want to get a little aggressive with the bird here, but also in the same token, you don't want to overrun your shot. You don't want to land in that rough right there. Give yourself a terrible putt. So it's a nice little lofty in the air. You want to stall out and just kind of land at the pin or underneath it. Oh, what a beautiful roll. What a beautiful roll. Soft bid. I've figured out that that is the key to a lot of game saving strokes. Never outrun your basket. Looks like these guys are finishing up hole 3 over here. Again, that's Trevor, another local legend. And I'm just going to pick this guy up. Look at that. Shout out 420, shout out Gateway Wizards. They are the absolute best putting putter on the market. And I stand by that. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but God, I will represent. I'll tell you what. I'm even through 6, so that's always good. I think I remember his name is Derek. What about you guys? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trevor? Hell yeah. See what I'm talking about on a standstill. Kevin, you brought a pup out? Hell yeah. Again, this is a league commish. Say what's up to the vlog, guys. I'm going to start something new here. Yeah. Super whack, super uncomfortable, but hey, hell yeah, right? Hell yeah. That's a great, yeah, I've been thinking about that. I was like, at least I'd watch myself throw, figure out the bad shots. Good luck, guys. Finish strong. Killer people. Killer people. This is the notorious ace hole, especially in the short position. Hole 7 coming up. Got a little bit of a crowded tunnel walking up to T-Pat. But once it opens up, it's very, very gettable. You'll see what I'm talking about here. We're going to play the long position. They have two, or they took it out. Normally, the first one is a blue basket tucked right there at those three little trees. But this one is back a little further in that back tree back there. So I'm going to go with this sweet ass buzz saw. Try and pop it on a little bit of hyzer and just let it fight towards the pin. Hopefully I don't go past the sidewalk because that was technically OB, but we're playing safe rounds. That's OB. Or it's on the back side of the tree. So, first bad shot of the day. Hopefully we can recover from that because where I went out of bounds, it's pretty hard to make par. I will say one time I did do it. I had a crazy shank shot to the right side of this sidewalk over here. And I'll kind of run you through that day, that shot, that scenario. It was super sick. For that day, we didn't have a drop zone for going OB. You just took the stroke. It was very weird. You played it safe. You just took an extra stroke, something that the league decided on one day. And it just kind of rolled for that round. I wouldn't say it stuck because obviously it never does. You can see where my disc is on the sidewalk over there, maybe. And that day that I hit that bird putt, I was standing right about here and I threw a little anhyzer flex through that gap in the trees. And it went through the tiniest little section and still made birdie. Super sick. I guess par, but not bad. I would say I took my disc out probably right around here when it started to hyzer. I'll give myself a meter from here and just kind of see. All right. First technical difficulty of the day for real. Drop the phone, but that's okay. We got cases for a reason. My disc is out there, but it came out of bounds around over here off that huge hyzer. So I'll put my marker down, go pick up my disc so I don't lose it. Now, if I take a bogey here, things happen. What can you do? It's not ideal because obviously this is the for sure gettable birdie of the course. This is something you want to get every time you're here. You always want to pitch up just right there and kind of lay it in. We're going to try and save par. We possibly can go one up here, which would ruin the video. We'd need to take a bird to kind of fall back into place. So if we can save birdie or par, that'd be clutch. Oh, where am I going? Not good at all. Try that again. This time with a little bit more flex on it. Right off the band. At least we corrected the shot. We figured out what we needed to do. First one was a little bit of an early release, and we're going to roll with that. Can't complain. We're going to take our first bogey of the day. So now we are one. All right. So I don't know if you heard that as I was walking up. We got a football practice going on, yelling kill, 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 kill. So I assumed, hey, I was just talking about a gun. Someone got a little offensed. Hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. Found out as a football team. Cool. Don't got to worry too much. Hole 8B9, technically. We got a swinging hyzer right behind that tall pine. That one I know is a pine. Don't try and correct me on that. And the play here is a flex shot out, try and get as much distance as possible and get towards that tree. Again, I throw overstable discs on a flex shot to get my distance, whereas my homies will throw an understable disc, let the disc do its job. That's one thing I haven't really learned, haven't really taken into full effect, is let the disc do its job. I would say I'm about 50-50 because I rely on the overstability of an overstable disc. So I flex it out. I really try and push that turnover as much as possible. and see where it gets me. That's how I end up getting distance. Other people will throw an understable disc and it'll flatten out and then still finish at the end. Maybe even kind of drift a little right before coming back. Not a bad shot. Way out in the open. That's all we can ask for. Again, now we're playing safe. We're playing conservative. What we're really hoping for is getting the par. I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble seeing. I'm just too lazy to take off my sunglasses. Like I said, I'm too cool for school. You know what I mean? Let me move these pillows to an upper decky. Now I start to look like a goddamn who from Dr. Seuss. But hey, you know, you got to deliver the satisfaction of the nicotine cravings. Don't ever start, kids. I can't really be a prime example for you guys because I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm the stoner of the league. I'm the drinker of the league. I have fun, and when I'm out here, other people have fun. Kind of what I'm known for. Everyone knows me as the happy-go-lucky one, the guy that never has a negative attitude. Not a bad shot. We got a nice open look. We could run it if we want, but we don't want to send it too far, like I've been saying. So I'm going to try and run it, get one down. But again, we want the soft bid. We don't want to sail past the basket. What we want is to drop inside bullseye range, which is about 5-10 feet. Oh, see how it just fades right at the pin? And I'm not sailing it 20 feet past the basket trying to be aggressive. That's what you don't want. Now, don't get me wrong, you can bang chains from here. You just got to obviously have a lower shot, a lower release. Keep it fast paced so the disc keeps that momentum and keeps turning. And someone yelled like something cool happened. Now, I am notorious for yelling at Lee, whether it's a bird, an ace, a tremendous bogey save. I'm just here for a good time. And a lot of people have come to realize that it's okay to mess up. We're all here having fun. We have our league at 10 o'clock on Sundays, so everyone's exhausted from the work week. We want to just have fun, kind of get going with our day and relax a little. And that's what we come here to do. It's a great time filled with great people. But all that matters, we are still even. We got 9 holes done. We got one more to go. Moving on to the final hole. We're going to take a trip back to where we came from, and that's directly at these trees over here. You can kind of see the tee pad and where everybody is walking from. That's where the basket is. All right, guys, we are here. Final hole of Mylar Park, Cheyenne. We have a 258 or 258-foot par three. Another hyzer shot. This one's going to be tucked in the tree. I don't know if you can see the person walking on the sidewalk, but it's directly in front of them. We're going to take another quick break, not super long. Just want to crack the second one. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Still got the upper deckies in. We're chilling. That is delicious. Now, again, another simple hyzer shot. We want to play it safe. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Raptor here, throw it on a little bit of a hyzer, and just let it crash towards the pin. 258 feet. You should be able to get down there with a fairway. The only thing to watch out for is this tiny little growing tree. Go, baby. Oh, did you see that? That was right next to the pin. Can't be mad. I think we're going to finish our day one down. I wanted to get a little aggressive, show you a little bit of a line. That one tree in the way is the only one to beat. And I think we did it. God damn it. I just did a party foul, so now we have to slam this. Kind of spilt a little bit all over my ankle. Probably lost about a 16th of the tee. So, hey, we're going to walk to our shot. Uh, excuse me. That's okay. Did I just fucking talk to myself as if I was excusing myself for burping in front of myself? Hey, it's okay. Look at me doing it again. Pulling up to a trash, so we're going to take a quick little pit stop. Always discard of your trash. Never litter. Keep your courses clean, everybody. Probably had just about less than, sorry, camera keeps cutting out, running out of storage space. Probably had a little less than an eighth of my drink left. I'm not really one to drink a bunch of vavas, so I tossed it. Completely fine. Let's find our disc. Look at the basket right here. Got another tap in bird. Hopefully we just don't doink the putt. We can walk out of here one down on the day, folks. It's always nice when you have the good shots. Kind of helps your game just get back in rhythm. And there you have it. One down on the day at Mylar Park. Can't be mad at all. Used our original discs I actually throw in a tournament. I will say half the time I was trying to be conservative, show you guys the correct line, show you guys everything that I think of during a round, pretty much. Now, not to say I do it every single time consistently, because I don't. I definitely don't. But there are definitely times where it comes to my advantage. There are definitely times where playing the field does not have its advantages. You will always have early releases. You will always have shank shots. You're just grip locking the entire shot, swinging it far right. There's things you can't control, but you can always work on them. And I don't really know what else to say other than, disc golf is great. Keep watching. I appreciate all you for tuning in. I know that I still ain't got no fucking viewers, but we gonna grow. We gonna grow. One of these days, we're gonna hit an ace on camera. I'm gonna bring you around for a tournament. I'm gonna show you exactly what I think of during an actual league event or a sanctioned event or whatever the case may be. Now, my phone keeps cutting out, so I need to wrap this up. I appreciate all of you guys for coming out, joining, watching me, spending 20, 30, 40 minutes of your actual time watching this video. We're only going to get better. Keep on throwing, man. Later, mother flickers.